Are you procrastinating or do you need a sacred pause? That's our theme for today. We'll talk about the secret message that procrastination might have for you. We'll talk about the difference between procrastination and a sacred pause, the benefits and what you might experience in a sacred pause and how that is helpful for you. And then also how to integrate the sacred pause when we have busy lives and we can't just go and hike 3 months in the Himalayas. So welcome to my channel. My name is Natasha Stojanovic and I am a Ocean Light Language channel and a soul leadership coach. And I help way showers and leaders and soulful entrepreneurs who are here for the new paradigm to really live and lead from their highest divine unique blueprint. What I mean by that, it's the coding that you already have. It's who you are beyond conditioning, beyond the programming, beyond your hurt and your wounds and your stories and your problems and challenges. It's who you truly are. And when we align with that frequency that is unique to every one of us, we can truly show up for our divine calling. We can truly live our highest expression and our dreams. And that's what I hope people do. And so without further ado, let's go back to the sacred pause and the message of procrastination. And I want to share from my own life because that's why I'm actually making this video. I noticed that lately I was procrastinating. How did I do that? I actually spent far more time researching something on the internet than I really needed in order to get the information I was looking for. I was scrolling more than I wanted on social media, and I do not like these things. I like to live, right? I like to uplift myself, to be here or to heal or to whatever it is. I'm present in my life, and social media and internet does not help me be present. And I bet that there is no person on earth who really feels present and alive when they're too much on the internet. And maybe that can be a passion, then it's something else. But for most of us, we lose more time. We lose is maybe the wrong word. We spend more time on these devices than is really helpful for us and is serving us. And so I realized that. And so what's the sacred message that procrastination had for me? When I tuned in and realized that, I actually realized that I was looking for something else. I wasn't really looking for that information. I wasn't really looking for what my friends are posting and people that I don't even know are posting. What I really wanted, what my body really needed, is stillness, is time for myself, time for recalibration. It could be time for rejuvenation. It could be anything for you. It could be connection, that you're missing connection, or that you're called into a sacred pause. And that was the case for me. And we'll get into the sacred pause in a moment. I'm going to share first what's the difference between using a pause and then it's procrastination, and using a pause and then it's sacred pause. So what is the difference here? And I want to make that clear. So procrastination for me is when we're doing things that do not nourish our soul, that feel empty, that do not propel us forward in something we're doing. And we're feeling empty, frustrated, behind. Sometimes we even judge ourselves because we did what you did. As opposed to the sacred pause is the time where we give ourselves and gift ourselves with nourishment. We gift ourselves with healing. We gift ourselves with integration. We receive downloads. We receive insights. We receive intuition, inspiration. We reset, restore, rejuvenate. And we come back into life with a higher level of energy, higher, not as better or worse, with a uplifted frequency, vibration, and it's supporting us. And so there's the difference. And now I want to mention one more thing. Our human self thinks in linear terms, our mind in particular, not the whole human, the heart not, but the mind thinks in linear terms. So it's like, here I am, this is where I want to go, these are the steps I need to take. But if we tune into our heart, and this is what the sacred pause allows us to do, our highest self knows that our lives are multi-dimensional, they're not linear. And it's not, sometimes it is not in our best interest to get to a place from A to B in these steps that we imagine with our heart. We might go like that. We might come like here, from around, from above, from below, from left and right. Why? Because we're actually here to experience something else, to upgrade, to heal on the path to where we want to go. And so I say that because sometimes you feel like we can't take a sacred pause, but we can. And it might be the most gentle, most profound, most supportive, and exponentially propelling you forward way to get either to where your heart really desires to be or something even better, because the universe knows more than our mind can figure out. And so that's just for allowing ourselves to take a pause. So I'd like to invite you for a moment to tune in to your heart. Just put your hands on your heart, take a deep breath. With your awareness in your heart, release everything you don't need right now and just tune in. Are you procrastinating? And if yes, what is behind it? What is it that sacred pause might invite you into? What is it that your heart truly desires for you in that break? How could you have it more nourishing and supportive? And so here's what that sacred pause might give you. When we do that, when you allow ourselves to really go into that stillness, we might experience, as I said, inspiration, intuition, upgrades, downloads, whatever name you use. We can receive that only in stillness, only when we make space for it. And stillness doesn't mean that you don't do anything. It could be that you're going for a run, whatever feels nourishing. Today I was on the waves, on the ocean with my SUP, my SUP, enjoying and getting all these inspirational hits, right? The second thing you might experience is deep healing. When we take time for these upgrades to come in, very often, first, what needs to leave for the new to come in is that which is not aligned. And so you might come across some fears, emotional baggage, I wouldn't call it baggage because that creates a judgment. So emotional wounds, old emotions that do not serve you anymore, limiting beliefs, patterns that you actually want to let go of. It might be something in your physical life. Maybe it's time to change location. Many are going through relationship changes right now. What is it for you? And can you give yourself the time? Can you gift yourself that self-love to take that time for that healing to happen? And do you need support? Sometimes it is so important. It's particular because I know that I work a lot with healers. When we give ourselves that space and give ourselves the support we need, we show the universe, hey, I'm worthy, I'm ready, I want to move on. And also that support can come in, asking support from the non-physical realms or from the physical realms, calling in your soul tribe, talking to a friend or getting professional help from somebody you trust, somebody you feel drawn to. Your heart's always showing you where to go. Again, we need to have that space to tune into our hearts, to know this is the person I was waiting for. And the third thing you might experience, like in these big categories, in that sacred space, is integration. A friend of mine just had, her mother has died this year, and she had a tough journey with all of that. And she took time off where she went on a holiday just by herself, no children, no husband, no nobody, just herself. And she allowed herself the time that it took to integrate everything she's been through. That can also happen. It doesn't have to be tied to grief or something, but sometimes it is. And we need to go through a process and to integrate, or to integrate downloads, to integrate the new that's coming into our lives, the new ideas that we're having. Just let it settle, let it calm in, let it embody it in our body, seed it into the physical. It takes time. And so soul leadership, leading from our soul and living from our soul, includes deep listening when it's time. Some of you might not be called into a sacred pause right now, but I know that many are. Many of us are recalibrating, and we need a sacred pause, and many of us need support. And so do gift yourself what you need. And the last point is how to integrate these sacred pauses into our lives, because many of us, like me, I'm a single mother, and I'm, as you can see, a soulpreneur. So I cannot say, or I don't want to say, because that consequence is not what my heart desires, to leave my son for 3 months and go hiking in the Himalayas, right? As I said, I think in the beginning I gave that example. So we have sometimes choices that we made. And now, like being here for my child and being here for my work and whatever, I can take a smaller holiday. I can also integrate small amounts of time additional to my daily practices. So adapting my morning routine and give it another half an hour. Sit with it, ask my heart, allow the healing, seeing where it's not aligned. Where is it I'm going? Focusing on that which I want, allowing myself for the abundance, for the love, for the creation. Everything we're creating first in the energy. So doing that, just being with what is, just dropping into presence. What is right now? And what do I need? And what will uplift me? And what will support me? And that will be exponentially faster than going the linear path our mind thought needed to go. And then it goes into procrastination because we feel something is not aligned. And so how to integrate it, everybody will find by themselves, but you might go on a holiday, or you might take partly time off. It can be half an hour, it can be an hour, it can be 2 hours, it can be half a day, where you take time for yourself and for what you're tuning into what you need and giving it to yourself. And so I hope that was helpful. We talked about the secret message of procrastination can sometimes be that you need a sacred pause. And in that, what is it that you need? Is there something that's not aligned? Is there something you're missing? Your heart wants to experience? How can you give it to yourself? Where can you get the support? Taking that time to listen to your heart, your multidimensional portal to who you are in truth. And also, we talked about the difference. So procrastination feels usually frustrating, making you nervous, stressful. We don't get to do what we wanted. And the sacred pause is intentional, it's devotional, and it uplifts us. It nourishes your soul, your body, your mind, all of you, your emotions. Yes, going through deep healing sometimes, but in the end, coming out of that healing, you're coming out a different person. And then how to integrate, give yourself these half an hour, 1 hour before your kids wake up, after you come back from work, and just really intentionally devoting everyday time to that sacred pause that we need, or go on a holiday and then see how you want to integrate that. And also calling out for help if you need it. So I hope that was helpful. Leave me a comment. Let me know how that was for you. Also, if you want to be notified about my next videos, hit the bell, so the subscribe button and the bell, and also check the description underneath this video, because I have a beautiful free meditation and activation that will help you go from stress, from overwhelm, from frustration. And it's like I always see this beautiful ocean wave of light that's coming in and just clearing, cleansing, purifying all of our body, and then resetting your system back to being in your heart and back to uplifting. And it has an ocean light language activation in it, so it's actually a very beautiful gift that you can download just by clicking the link below this video. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Sending you much love. Bye bye.